Hundreds of demonstrators have taken to the streets against the Italian government's stance on Israel. The protesters accused Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of backing Israeli policies at the expense of Palestinian civilians. Waving Palestinian flags and holding banners that read "Stop the Genocide" and "The Meloni Government Is an Accomplice to the Genocide," the protesters marched towards the Foreign Ministry. The trigger for this latest demonstration was the Italian government's position on Global Sumud Flotilla, a convoy of boats carrying humanitarian aid that is challenging Israel's blockade of Gaza. Protesters say Rome pressurized the flotilla to offload its aid in Cyprus rather than deliver it directly to Gaza.
We are here once again because Israel attacked the flotilla and had the arrogance to define us as terrorists. Someone who brings humanitarian aid is not a terrorist. Someone who breaks a siege is not a criminal. The criminals are the ones who bombard civilians and starve an entire population. Facing all of this, the Italian government not only is silent, but then asks that the aid goes to Cyprus. We are speaking clearly that the aid has to go to Gaza.
Some demonstrators blocked traffic in central Rome. Passing motorists honked in solidarity with the marchers who insist their government is complicit in the suffering of Palestinians.
We are here to protest against everything that is happening in Gaza, especially against the complicity of the Italian government with everything that is happening in Gaza. Also because in Gaza everyone knows, even 3-year-old children, that there is a genocide happening.
The Global Sumud Flotilla, made of more than 50 mostly small vessels, has reported drone strikes, communication jamming and explosions near its boat while sailing south of Greece earlier this week. Organizers said some vessels were damaged but no one was injured. Climate activist Greta Thunberg has also joined Global Sumud Flotilla. Thunberg said the mission highlights what she describes as Israel's blockade and international community's failure to act.
I'm not scared of Israel. I'm scared of a world that has seemingly lost all sense of humanity. And what we are doing here is trying to show that there is still some humanity left, that there are still people willing to step up when all other means fail. But this is a last resort. This mission should not have to exist. We are continuing our journey towards Gaza to deliver humanitarian aid to a population that is being systematically starved. That's a continuation of decades and decades of suffocating oppression, apartheid and occupation. There are over 2 million people who are living trapped under a siege, who are being systematically starved by Israel. And we are doing our bare minimum and stepping up when our governments are not fulfilling their legal obligations to act to prevent a genocide.
On board are activists of dozens of countries, including 58 Italians, among them members of parliament, carrying a symbolic cargo of humanitarian supplies intended for Palestinians in Gaza.
The closer we get to Gaza, the higher is the risk of escalation and more attacks. The last weeks we have seen numerous escalated attacks against our mission that has damaged several boats, where drones have been dropping explosions, chemicals and unidentified objects on and around boats in a desperate attempt to intimidate us and to silence and scare those who are standing in solidarity with Palestine and to further dehumanize Palestinians. We are not just delivering humanitarian aid, we are trying to deliver hope and solidarity and to send a strong message that the world stands with Palestine. The world has not forgotten Gaza, and when our governments are failing to step up, the people will do so.
Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto, addressing lawmakers, condemned the drone attack on flotilla, describing them as totally unacceptable. Meanwhile, at the United Nations General Assembly in New York, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni defended her government's stance. She reiterated that Italy will not recognize Palestinian statehood until Hamas releases all hostages and guarantees it will play no role in any further Palestinian administration.
At the same time, we believe that the recognition of Palestine must have two essential preconditions: the release of all Israeli hostages and Hamas's renunciation of any role in the governance of Palestine. Because those who started the conflict cannot be rewarded.
For protests in Rome, however, the government's condition falls short. They say Italy must stop backing Israel and allow humanitarian aid to reach Gaza directly. The protests add to growing divisions across Europe over Israel's war in Gaza, with governments balancing diplomatic ties against mounting public pressure at home. That's all we have for this segment. For more global updates, keep watching Money Control. See you in the next report.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, for India and for the world. moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.